Good morning, Instagram. I'll give everybody a minute to kind of tune on here before I start chatting. I don't think I'm going to be saving this, so I'm not too worried about. I like how I'm double fisting here. Good morning, gorgeous. I have been tuning on here super early this week, 7 a.m. We are doing the Raise Your Vibration Challenge. Hi, Angie. How are you? Good morning. I decided to do day 3, the middle of this series, this challenge, on Instagram because I'm well aware that not everybody is a Facebook fan. I wasn't either until I, started a business. It wasn't a thing to be in a Facebook group. So if that's you, that's exactly why I'm doing this day 3 in Facebook. In Instagram. So if you guys want the recordings from before, Angie, you have them, from yesterday and the day before, send me a DM or just click the link that says join the community in my bio. To get those recordings, as well as tomorrow's live and the day after that. This is the 5-day Raise Your Vibration Challenge, so the end is going to be on Friday. We've already talked about building a morning routine that actually elevates your energy, that actually sets your standards and your vibration for the day, as well as taking that the next step further and bringing that into your daily practice to continually elevate using emotional intelligence. That's what we talked about yesterday. So that has been really good. It's been awesome. I'm so happy you're here too, Angie. Okay, so today, the reason why today is the perfect day to do this on Instagram, because today is the nitty-gritty work. If you were, like I said, if you're curious about what the other days were about, go to the group and look at those recordings. But today, day 3, is about subconscious stories. It's about rewriting those stories, taking yesterday a little step further, a little bit deeper. So before I kind of dive into it a little more, I want to say that today we're going to be using pencil and paper, or wherever you write your notes at. Go grab it, go get cozy, get a coffee, whatever it is you gotta do, because we're going to do some really deep internal work today, okay? This is when we stop talking and we, in this moment, in this session, get shit done, okay? We're going to be doing some journal practices that I find really impactful. People use journaling in a lot of different ways, but when you have the power to ask the question and get it's a very simple response and you have to answer to it. And because of that, you can get some really powerful answers, especially when somebody else is guiding you through the questions. Yeah, definitely more of an IG fan. I know. I like doing my master classes and everything in my group, in my community. So definitely get in there. And actually, yeah, you already are in there. But because, for Instagram, you get so many random people that tune in and out. And sometimes that's good. And sometimes I tend to look at it a little too much. On Facebook, you don't see anything. So it's a little easier to focus on there. And it's a good community of people that, are already in this community. And so, yeah, I'll be doing some more master classes in there as well as the rest of this series. So I hope you have a pencil and paper, because, yeah, we're going to be talking about rewriting subconscious beliefs today. And the thing is, this is one of my favorite topics. Oh, good. And the reason is because when I uncovered where limiting beliefs come from, it shaped everything. All of the things in this series are things that have shaped my entire spiritual journey. That's exactly what this challenge that is bringing you. All the things that elevated my vibration and changed my habits, changed my spiritual journey. So finding out that from the ages of 0 to 7, We are actually literally just walking subconscious minds. We are soaking in everything like a sponge. And this is beautiful, but at the same time, it's kind of overlooked when we're a child and people are telling us everything and we're observing everything on a daily basis and we're taking that in so much. Like everything is a truth instantaneously to us. It skips our logistical mind that we have now that says, well, what about this and what about that, and is this really true? Let me look it up in the Webster Journal. Let me Google it. It just seeps right in there, and it is a truth to you, especially if it happens with repetition. So a lot of the subconscious beliefs, a lot of the limiting beliefs that we get have formed from childhood. They have formed from our parents or whoever it is that we spent a lot of time with. And it can be hard to identify exactly what this is without doing the deep work. I like giving examples so that you can like really tell what that is, and when it's uncovering these facts that allows you to do that journey and to uncover this for you. For me, I realized my childhood, I was in a step family that treated me like a modern day Cinderella. I mean, this is my story, and you know, my dad and I both weren't treated well. I didn't have a very good relationship with my dad. I was a very good person. Like, I got straight A's. I was not doing anything crazy, like going and smoking and partying and drinking and all that kind of stuff when I was like elementary school, like my step siblings were. But everything was overlooked. I got no credit for not a damn thing. I was just like like a little dust in the sand, I guess you could say. Decisions were not anything that were mine to make, and no matter how hard I try, I never got credit for anything. So, and I'm not saying this because it affects me now, because it doesn't. I'm saying it to allow you to understand that me uncovering that has allowed me to understand some of the things that affect me today, and because of that, I'm able to work through them. Like making decisions, I realized, has always been something that's hard for me to do, and that's changed within the last like couple of years, of course, once I've gone down this journey, but that's exactly why I never had that privilege of making any decisions for myself, and so it feels weird to me, like it's non-existent. It's been a subconscious like belief in my mind, a limiting belief that those decisions aren't mine to make. Hi, Kathleen. So that's really where that stemmed from on its own. So I want to ask you what that is for you. And of course, this tied to a lot of other things. That was like self-worth, self-doubt, believing myself, you know, like having that a situation in your life where you don't get credit for anything. It's like you develop this subconscious story, like, why try? So I want to share that story with you because maybe that can allow you to think deep about what yours is. And if you want to share it, you can definitely do so here. It feels good to write it out, or you can write it out on your pencil and paper, whatever you want to do. But go on that journey and rewrite what that is once you realize that it's not your truth. It's just something that you absorbed in childhood. It's something you seeped into your subconscious. Because the thing is when we believe something subconsciously so strong, when we have a subconscious belief, our minds are literally so powerful that becomes a truth. That becomes a truth of your life. A rule, let's say a rule or a guideline of your life. So each truth that you create for yourself, that you just like, now whether it's right or wrong, you believe it so deeply to your core. Hi, Rosalinda. I'm glad you're on here again. Then that becomes a guideline of your life. And like, if you subconsciously believe, for example, you don't have the privilege to make decisions like I had once done, then you're going to live your life in that way. That's going to be a guideline of your life. And it's going to impact where you go and what you do and like the whole outcome of your whole life. It's like you're writing your own rule book. Okay, I want you to understand that you are writing your own rule book for this thing called life. And you create those rules. And if you have a rule in your life such as that, like what I was just saying, and you don't like it, you have the power to rewrite that. It's not a truth. It's a truth that you created within yourself, and you get to create a new one. And so I asked you to bring a pencil and paper today because I think that journaling is one of the most impactful thing to do when it comes to banishing limiting beliefs, because journaling allows you to go deep, and it's good to write things out or put things into physical form for you to really process them. So get ready for that, because we're gonna just dive right in. And for today, we're really gonna be talking about our big goals, our big endeavors, our big dreams. We're not gonna go into some really deep, sensitive stuff. I think that that's something that we should all work on our own. And if you need help and some guidance in doing so, let me know. I do have some free content that I have for journaling, and my Moon Manifestation course has tons of journal prompts. It's all based around rewiring the subconscious and also manifestation in general. And actually, if you don't have the media content for this challenge, go ahead and send me your email and I can give it to you, because there is a Rewire the Subconscious free workbook that is inside of the media content for today as your homework, because we've been having homework every day in these challenges. Get with the program, guys. Get in the Facebook group, the Facebook community. But yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and start with the first journal prompt. This is a perfect way to start your morning, hence why I got up early for you guys. The first question that I have for you, okay, and I can repeat this if you like. Think about the goals that you have for yourself. What is the big thing, that big thing that weighs heavy on your mind, that your intuition keeps calling to you, that you want to accomplish? And I don't want you to think small here. I want you to think big, okay? Think about your goals that you have for yourself. And what is the big thing that you want to accomplish? Don't think small. Okay, I'm asking you to reach for the stars as to what this answer is. Whether it's I want to own my own business, I want to be an incredibly wealthy, successful, creative photographer. I see you, Kat. I want to be an amazing online coach, make millions. I want to live in my dream home with my dream car. I want to live in Malibu, California. I mean, whatever your big goal is, I want you to write it down, and I want you to get excited about it. Just writing it. You can type it here if you want. Oh, I didn't know you wanted to do that, Rosie. You can write it here if you want, but really, you can write it down on that pencil and paper that we were talking about. But if you want, we can talk about it too. So if you want to write it here, no problem at all. So nursing degree, that's exciting. That's so exciting. I hope that you're diving into that. So hopefully this came up really fast for you. You already know what that thing is. It's always the first thing that comes to mind. It's not the thing that you have to think about. And there's no wrong answer. Financially and location dependent. Oh my gosh, you totally speak to me. Because I am never afraid to stay in that way, but location independent. I love that, because you can just work from anywhere. That is the dream. I want you to envision yourself in it. I want you to, get excited about that statement, that you're choosing to work on that you're choosing that. That's what you're doing. You're going to create a new subconscious story, new subconscious truth, new guideline of your life that's possible and that's happening. Okay, so the next thing that goes hand in hand with this, write down the 3 to 5. Write down the 3 to 5 limiting beliefs that you think are getting in your way of accomplishing that goal. And I want you to be honest. I want you to be incredibly honest with yourself. You could say consistency. You could say just doing the damn thing, believing in yourself. Maybe you don't think you have the right, like, personality for something. Maybe you think that you're not smart enough. Or maybe you think that you don't have enough money to dive in. Or that nobody wants to hear your message. Maybe you are scared to fail. Maybe you're scared of what people will think of you. You're scared of judgment. Whatever it is, I want you to dig deep and find the true answer, the true limiting belief and false subconscious story you've made for yourself that is keeping you from achieving this goal. You can write it out or you can explain it here. Yeah. I can't decide what I want to drink. I'm going to give you guys plenty of time. Journaling is all about going deeper and deeper and deeper. Hearing from my parents that I'm not going to have a real job, being the first in my family to pursue an online career like this, feeling like I'm actually going to be sustainable enough in the travel niche since it's so personal instead of business theory. Girl, I'm sure you could expect me to respond to these limiting beliefs. It's almost like we create them in a sense of not necessarily not being ready to leap, but because we're scared to leap. So we create this boundary, we create this belief, we create this guideline that keeps us from leaping, that helps our mind justify it. Because we're going to rewrite this right now and help you to realize why. But I totally hear you when it comes to the family part of it. That is something that I have dealt with as well. And it's because that's not truth for them. They never lived that. And we're living in this era right now where we're actually rewiring and diving deep into spiritual endeavors and journeys in our own minds. And that's a little weird to adults, or to adults, to our parents. That you were taught their beliefs. So of course, they're not going to understand yours. They have their own guidelines to live by. And it's not our job to change them. But it's our life to live. And the other thing that I have to say about being in the travel niche and not the business niche. There's so many business coaches out there. There's so many. Think about that. There's not a lot of travel coaches in some form. Hi, Marcia. There's not. And so that already makes you unique. And there's so many people striving for travel. There's so much opportunity in that field. If you start opening up and removing that guideline and creating a new story that is so. You know? There's so much possibility to make yourself truly unique in that field. And travel sparks a lot of interest to a lot of people. And you have the opportunity to create that, like I said, unique and your own. So. Oh, hi, Melanie. So, the next thing that we're going to do, I want you to take on a separate piece of paper or like the opposite side of your notebook. I want you to write on that paper the exact opposite of what you just told yourself. The exact opposite of the limiting belief that you just wrote. So if you said, I don't have enough money, I have all the money in the world. If you wrote, I don't have enough time, because these are very common things that people say, then all right, I have all the time in the world. Everyone has the same time and hours in the day. Whatever that was for you, like, I'm not confident enough, right? I am so incredibly confident and bursting with radiance. Like, if whatever it was, I don't see myself as a successful CEO. I am a successful CEO. I want you to write the exact opposite of what that belief was. Each one that you wrote. And I want you to go into detail as to why this is a lie. Because I want you to prove yourself wrong. I want you to give yourself... Can sum it up in one sentence. I'm going to keep doing the damn thing. Yes, exactly. Yes, you can sum that into 1 seconds regardless. Because if you are already putting yourself into that mindset, into that state that you're just gonna, no matter what, you're just gonna continue doing the damn thing, then limiting beliefs kind of have no place, right? They're just like, what's the point? It's not like you're gonna give up. It's like, we need to stop creating them for ourselves, because they're there to be a roadblock to keep us from getting there. And if you were going to continue doing the damn thing, that they have no place. But it is very powerful to literally debunk them, to literally write down somewhere on a piece of paper or wherever you got to do it, that the exact opposite. So like, if you say, you were saying that you're not sure if you're going to be sustainable in the travel niche, write all the reasons why that's not true. Like, right, that, like I had said before, actually the travel niche is like really unique. I have so much place here. I have so much freedom and space to create, like, from a place of joy and from a place that's truly unique. I have the opportunity to create an entirely new niche that attracts to people that are waiting for this niche to get out there in the first place. I have like a strong foundation to build, and I'm excited to dive in. I'm excited to build it. Talk about why your niche actually attracts people. If you've had clients in the past, like what that experience was, like prove yourself that you are actually like on the right path. You're already showing success in this niche. You've already had people inside, or maybe you haven't. Maybe you've just had people communicate with you and show interest. It's about consistency, and people continue to come inside, but the more that you believe in that success, the more that they see that and are magnetized to that. I want you to go into detail and prove yourself wrong on paper. All the reasons why that's not true. This was really powerful for me. I don't remember what I wrote when I first did this. It's in a separate notebook, but I'm just debunking all of those beliefs and writing, why they're not true. And it made me literally realize that all of the beliefs and boundaries that I had set for myself were literal bullshit. Like, I was like I said, coming up with them to create some sort of guideline for myself so that I didn't have to fully step into it, that I didn't have to fully bet on myself. Because I'm not sure if I talked about this yesterday or if I just wrote it in my book yesterday, but we tend to keep the option available to fail and to cave into our limiting beliefs, not because we're not capable, but because we want to keep the option open and available just in case we want to fall behind, just in case, we don't want to perform, just in case we don't want to be the inspiring person that we know that we can be, just in case it's hard. We want to keep that option to fail available, to fall into our limiting beliefs, because of that, just because of the fear. And that's the only thing. Yeah, for sure. I recommend doing these several different times, you know. The more that you deep dive into like similar journal prompts that lead you to the same place, you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's taken me a while too before uncovering something that like I didn't even know existed. So the next thing that we're gonna do, let me see how we are on time. We're about good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to create custom affirmations. So yesterday, no, it wasn't yesterday. It was on Monday we talked about the power of affirmations and gratefulness practices. But today we're going to create some custom ones that are very specific and unique to you in this topic of rewriting your limiting beliefs. So basically what this is going to be, whatever that thing was for you, that big goal that we wrote in the beginning, the big thing that you want to accomplish, being a travel coach, or whatever your afterwards is, a travel blank coach, like whatever that is. And Angie, I have something coming out super soon that I think you're gonna literally be so perfect for. It's like top secret though. But if you're interested, you should send me a DM because it is business and purpose fulfilling related. Yeah, hint, hint. But write down what that big goal, that big dream was that we wrote in the beginning. And I want you to create a form of gratefulness / affirmation that is going to state that that's already true. So like if you say I want to be a successful entrepreneur, I want to be travel independent and financially stable, then you're going to write something down like, I am so, like for successful entrepreneur, this is what I wrote. For example, I'm so grateful that I work for myself. I'm strong, successful businesswoman, and I love what I do. I am inspiring. I'm inspiring every single day, and I am so happy to be in this space. I am wealthy. I am abundant, and I say like I am working from a beach in Mexico and it's so beautiful here, and I am inspiring others to fulfill their purpose and to start their damn dream, or whatever your big goal is, what you're inspiring these people to do. You're getting a nursing degree, talking about like, I'm so grateful that I am like a nurse. I've been working so hard for this and I am finally here. Put yourself into a place where you're already there and you're already grateful to be there, because this sparks emotion within that goal, within that thing that you're achieving. And when you do that, you raise your dopamine levels and you tell your mind that this is something you want. You tell the mind and the universe that when you're writing these things out and your energy sparks, your positive frequency, your positive vibration shoots up, you're saying, this is what I want. This is what I am an energetic match for. Okay, so the energy that you have behind things is so incredibly important, whether it's when you're writing something down or you're working on some sort of project for your business, or to get your nursing degree, or like taking like photography photos, or like whatever it is. The energy that you have behind it is exactly what the universe reads off of to see that you want that thing. So that's why that energy is really important. And I want you to let this seep in. If you want to visualize, if you want to write down like 3 pages worth of stuff that you're grateful for within like this topic in your life that is already here, you basically are training your subconscious to be like, where is the damn thing? Like, you've convinced yourself time and time again, if you continue to practice this, that it's already here. So your mind, your reticular activating system that we talked about yesterday, goes out and is like, where is this damn thing? I thought I was supposed to have this. It's a combination of manifestation practices / neurologistics. The combination of both I personally just love so much. I want you to say these to yourself. Say them out loud. Say them in here. Write them down. But something, there's a difference as to knowing something and embodying it. There's a difference for showing up to something, whether it's a free thing, masterclass like this, a coaching program, this like exam for your nursing degree, or a discovery call for your coaching course, or whatever that is for yourself. The energy that you show up in, there's a difference between like showing up and not expecting anything, not like showing up with this energy that something is going to transform, and just showing up to be there, and showing up like you're freaking ready. Like you're gonna get that damn thing done and you expect your success. That energy difference makes like the outcome. That's what makes the outcome, along with your performance, yes, but it's a combination of it all. Okay, so that we're right on time about. That is day 3 of the Raise Your Vibration Challenge. So of subconscious beliefs and rewriting your limiting beliefs. And there's one thing that I do want to say about limiting beliefs as well, is don't go looking for them everywhere, because they don't have to exist. They don't. And when we're training our minds that they must exist and you have to search for them, then we think that they're there all the time. We convince ourselves that we have limiting beliefs. If you can't find any, then that's a good thing. Okay, don't go searching and create something out of nowhere. I'm not trying to train anybody that you need to be faulty or that you need to not believe in yourself. If you're already this crazy confident person that just can't think of any limiting beliefs that you have for yourself because you are a go-getter and you go get shit done, you're probably a Capricorn. Anyways, I just definitely wanted to throw that out there as well. Yeah. So whatever you expect, you receive. So don't expect that you have limiting beliefs written all over your life, because maybe you don't. Maybe you just have it in 1 or 2 areas. So like I said, if you don't have the media content for this, or you don't know where to find it or whatever, send me your email, because there is a workbook in there, a free workbook called Rewire the Subconscious, and that is a printable journal workbook that you can take with you, and you can print out as many times as you want if you want to dive in a little deeper. And then you can get the rest of the media content. Aries, hey, you're also a fire sign, so you're definitely that getting shit done type of person for sure. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm also a fire sign buddy of yours. Oh my gosh, I could go so deep into that though, risings and moons and your doshas. I think I talked about doshas in the call the other day, because I think your doshas definitely explains your business strategy. We should chat about that. We're actually going to be talking about that in the special thing that I have launching that I'm not gonna start talking about, but it's just anyways, it's so perfect for you. So if you're interested in it, maybe I would hook you up with a pre-sale deal if you wanted it, because I haven't even started talking about it yet, because we will be talking about doshas as well as strategy, as well as business, as well as purpose, fulfilling your freedom, your fulfillment, your destiny, and inspiring yourself in that sort of way. Yeah, it ties in a lot from... I'm going too far deep into it already. But anyways, if you're interested, DM me. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this day 3. If you guys want to tune in to day 4 and day 5, that's going to be once again inside of the Facebook community. And if you want to join that, just click the link in my bio, go to the last link that says join the community. Angie and Rosie, I think you guys are both in there already. So yeah, I hope to see you in there tomorrow at 7 a.m. And, I was going to send you with some homework. Oh, your homework is just to do the journal prompts, okay? And let me know what they are, the answers that you get. I'm going to be posting this recording inside of the Facebook community as well, and you can share a little deeper as to, what it is that you came up with and the new story, the new truth that you're creating for yourself within this. So just share a little bit of that. I really want to get people communicating in my group. I think people are a little shy so far, so please do communicate and, you know, write what it is that you took away, what you came up with, and yeah, print out that workbook, the media content for the Rewire the Subconscious workbook, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. We're going to be talking about the law of vibration, matching your vibration. This is my favorite day. And I uploaded the past series recordings that we did live to YouTube, and it had like by far the most views. I think people are really interested in this topic. So I'm excited to dive into it. I kind of want to already, but I'm not. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m. inside of the Facebook community. All right. Have an amazing Wednesday, guys. Have a good morning, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.